Good morning and welcome to Yeshiva YouTube. Iyun to lean on Kuf Mem Tet, 149 Orachayim. We're concluding Hilchos Kriya Sefer Torah. This halacha talks about accompanying a Sefer Torah when it's leaving. I'll talk about that briefly for a second. I personally, when the Sefer Torah passes by, I don't accompany it, even though it passes by me. I stand, my seat is in front of the bima. I don't accompany, even though the Ramah says the mitzvah is to accompany the Sefer Torah. I personally don't do it. Again, this is not from a Gemara. The Maharil says supposed to do it, and it's all based on a Gemara, right? Which says different explanations. One was Kuf Mem Ches yesterday, Rashi's explanation. Today is the Gaon's explanation. Hagon, one of the Gaonim that Torah brings explanation. That basically that you have to wait. You can't leave the tzibur shouldn't leave the shul until the Sefer Torah is covered in the Aron. Now, it doesn't mention anything. The fact that it only mentions that, and it doesn't say that you have to be malav it, shows that you don't have to be malav it. Because if you do have to be malav it, the Gemara would have said that, right? It says a more inclusive halacha, that a more basic halacha, that you can't leave while it's being walking to the Aron, right? The matznianos, the Sefer Torah. You shouldn't leave the shul, and the whole Sibur shouldn't leave the shul. It does not say anything that you should malav the Sefer Torah, because Kolshkin, if I have to malav the Sefer Torah, I can't leave. So the fact that it says everyone can't leave shows that you don't have to malav the Sefer Torah. So therefore, I don't agree with the Maharil. And the second thing he says is that the minhag is lenashik ator kilachanach mazarzim and mitzvos levima tinokos v'yeshakasu or zarua wrote. You should bring the children when you go and accompany the Sefer Torah. You should bring your children to kiss the Sefer Torah. Now, again, it not says your children, tinokos, and it says lazarzim or lechancham and mitzvos, lechancham lazarzim and mitzvos. The mitzvah of chinuch only applies to ketanim. It does not apply to 60-year-old men. I'm sorry. There's a once you're a 60-year-old man, not only are you chayav mitzvah, you're also chayav kares potentially. So, or you've gone out from kares if you're above 60. You're not chayav in kares anymore. You've passed through the threshold of kares. So there's no mitzvah. Once you're a gadol, I see people lining up and kissing the Sefer Torah. Some people really lay a big one on the Sefer Torah. During COVID, people halted. During COVID, I still saw some people doing this. Come on, it's pikuach nefesh. We don't kiss it like that. But now people are back to kissing the Sefer Torah with their lips, and some people with their sittas. That's what I do. Some italis. Some people do it with their sitter. Some people blow kisses. Some people don't do anything. But anyway, I guess I'm wrong also. I mean, there's no reason to kiss the Sefer Torah. It's for to encourage children. Because children, they need encouragement to Torah mitzvahs because it's not naturally drawn to Torah mitzvahs. Their intellect is thinking about candy and maybe playing soccer. That's all they're thinking about. They're not thinking about. They're not thinking about doing mitzvahs over here. That's the whole point of chinuch. Chinuch is to get them ready to do mitzvahs because their nature is not to want to do mitzvahs. That's why you have to mechanech them. Gedolim who have a seichel, especially older adolescents, they can understand what Torah is. They are drawn to it naturally. You don't have to encourage them to do the mitzvahs. They'll do it on their own volition whether they want to or not. That's the mitzvah of chinuch. So to say that everyone should go kiss the Sefer Torah, I think is a mistake. People shouldn't, and the minhag is to do it, but all the Ramah says v'chei nogin the tinokos kiss it. Where that everyone should kiss it, I don't agree with that. You don't need encouragement. You should intellectually kiss the Sefer Torah. You should connect with it on an intellectual level. Of course, emotionally also, but only after you understand it intellectually. So, don't know. Two practices that are very commonplace, which I think are mistakes, but that's my opinion. That's why it's called Iyun to lean on, and I am not a rabbi again. And if you make me a rabbi, then I'm called the rebel, Rav Ben Zion Lang. And you don't want to be a rebel. Just be a regular person. Don't call me a rabbi, Ben Zion Lang. I give you my opinion. Take it for what it's worth. Hope you enjoyed. See you tomorrow in Hilchos Beis HaKnesses.